Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. This is paid review 21QB37. This is for Jeff. Before I start this paid review, let's do a quick wristwatch check. And today, guys, I'm wearing the 41mm Rolex Submariner date. Arch, I hope you are well. I've sent you another $100 for you to please scrap my previous email and to offer your expert thoughts on my horological dilemma. That's $150, and for the wealth of expert knowledge I've gotten from your YouTube programs, I would consider that a bargain. I am a newer watch enthusiast with about 2 years in the hobby. I began, as you do, by buying lots of shiders, promoted by various YouTube rodents. Eventually I saw the light when I stumbled upon your channel. In all seriousness, I know that some people appreciate the shtick and some don't, but you really gave me the light bulb moment and caused me to realize that a guy with a bunch of shitters is not really a watch enthusiast. He's just a guy with a big box of crap. This caused me to eliminate the garbage and have fewer pieces, but pieces which I truly love. I'm a mid-level financial services executive in my mid-30s. Well done. Well done. Living in Northwest US. Typically, it would be a suit and tie. Every day, but now it's work from home and most of the time. When I do meet clients or go into the office, it has been much more business casual as a result of the pandemic. Here is my current collection. Number 1, 41mm Rolex Submariner 124060. Bought new at AD. This was one of my happiest moments in my life. I couldn't believe it when I got the call. And when I drove home, I nearly wrecked because I was staring at my wrist more than at the road. Wow. Number 2, he's got a PAM 1086 base lumina. I really love this piece as well. I never really was into PAMs until I actually put it on, and now I'm wearing it constantly. I think it's a great watch for business casual with slacks and a polo. And number 3, we've got a Tudor Pelagos. This was a Christmas gift from my wife. I obviously married my way out of my league. I love the toolish look of this watch, and the clasp makes it a pleasure to wear. Update, pick below. I've just got the LV, that's Louis Vuitton watch roll. Congratulations, that's beautiful. And thought that the blacked out aesthetics really worked. That's called the eclipse. Here is my question. What should my next piece be? I am really content with a 3-piece combo meal deal, and I'm not in a hurry to add. That said, I've made enough stupid mistakes that I really want to be thoughtful about the next piece. What I am considering, a Cermet. My AD gives me a reasonable shot of being able to add a Cermet next year. If it doesn't come in, I won't be heartbroken, but I think it's a special enough piece that if it's available, you have to grab it. Number 2, 40mm pre-ceramic Sea Dweller. I like the idea of sticking with a theme of divers. It seems like the 16600 with the aluminum bezel and sapphire are still pretty reasonable. What do you think? Number 3, $1 million question. Do I need a dress watch? I could add a reverso, or I've even seen some nice Breguet classiques in the 10 to 15 range. It would certainly fit work attire if and when things get more formal again, but how half of the people I work with are wearing Apple watches, so it isn't like I'll look terribly underdressed with a sub. Insert obligatory James Bond reference. Realistically, I could probably only swing one of the three above options within the next year. What is your verdict, Pontiff? All bullshit aside, thank you for putting out the great content. This is from Jeff. Jeff, let me just address a few things here before we answer your question. So firstly, congratulations. Stay away from the garbage and listen to your Pontiff. I think you've got a really good setup there. We've got a 41mm Submariner. That is a beautiful... That's the ultimate sort of dive watch. I've got the Submariner date, and I love the date, but I tell you what, I got respect. I don't, when I was ordering this watch here, I didn't care whether it was date or no date, and I don't think it really matters. They're both pretty damn cool. So at the moment, I think the no date is probably a little bit cooler, but I don't think it makes much difference. They're both very cool. The next piece you've got is the PAM, which I think is a very iconic 369 dial base lumina. That is, you know what? When you're buying a PAM, so many people, they get lost. They get a GMT, or they get the chrono, or they get a Carbotech. You know what? I think the best PAMs are the basic simple. What is the brand famous for? It's an Italian dive watch. That's what I think is the best PAMs to get. You don't really want complications or stuff like that. Simple. Keep it simple. That's really what I would do. I would keep it simple. Keep it simple, keep it fun. That's what I would do. Keep it simple, keep it fun. Now, I would really say to you that the PAM you've chosen, I think it's gorgeous. It's one of the Lumina, which is the Radiomir and the Lumina. You've got the different... I quite like it. I think it's a classic, no-nonsense PAM. It's beautiful. And we've got a nice little trilogy happening here. We've got a third piece, which is the Tudor Pelagos. And I actually think that's probably the best. The black right hand, not the left hand drive is kind of, unless you're a left-handed person, it's kind of, I kind of like what you got. I think that's the most sensible. It's actually a beautiful little collection there. Rolex, PAM, and you've got a Tudor. Very, very well done indeed there. So, and you've got the LV watch roll, man. That's beautiful. I really do love. You can see my LV box in the just behind me there. It's just on the Pride and Pinion refrigerator here. My second fridge. I sold all the ad space. I had to get a second fridge. Okay, so let's have a look at getting... you're really content with the three. You know what, Jeff? I got to be totally honest with you. I think I can understand. Maybe you don't need any more. Really, I don't think you seriously need any more. 3 beautiful watches. Maybe just enjoy what you got. You know, I used to always say to people, we've got to add another watch, add another one, get another one. It's never enough. But look at this beautiful collection here. It's a 3-piece combo. I like it. I really do like it. I think it's a beautiful little... Now, let's go through some of the selection. Ceramic. The AD gives me reasonable... Okay, I would say, man, if you can get a ceramic, grab it with both hands. If you can get the ceramic. This is the Kermit, which has got... I reckon that's the best combo. The ceramic bezel with the black dial. I like the Hulk, but I think the Kermit, in my opinion, I think it's a nicer looking watch. I don't hate the Hulk. I know the Hulk is more expensive on the pre-owned, but I think if I just had a choice for aesthetics, I would go with the Cermet. If you can get a Cermet, man, you got to keep a credit card open so that if you do get the call, you could grab it. That is, now I think it's very unlikely you would get it. Okay, I'll be totally honest with you. I don't see you getting that because you're not buying enough other things. Unless you've got connections you're not telling me about, I don't know how you're going to pull that off. A 40mm pre-ceramic Sea Dweller, I think that is an excellent watch to purchase, but if you can get the Cermet, get the Cermet. That's what I would say to you. If you can get the Cermet, that would always be the best way to go there. I think in your collection there, you could easily, I would hold out for the Cermet, which means putting money in a separate account, and that can be a bit of an emergency fund. You know what I mean? You have 10,000, whatever money we're talking about, just stashed away in case you get the Cermet call. Well, that could also be a bit of an emergency fund too. I don't think. Look, be honest with you. I have this problem all the time. There are more things I want than money I have in my pocket. There are more things I want than money in my pocket. So I got to be totally honest with you. Totally honest with you. I think a 40mm pre-ceramic is a great choice, but I would really hold out for the Cermet. Okay, if you can get that. I don't know if you can. I mean, there's always things we want in life. You've got a nice 3-piece collection. Man, I would seriously, if it was me, just wait for the Cermet. If you can get, I mean, you talk to the AD, say, look, I want to know, do you think I'll get one? If he reckons you could get one in the next couple of years, put the money and wait. Now, the 40mm pre-ceramic Sea Dweller, I don't think you really need it. I mean, seriously, it's a great watch to have. Depends how wealthy you are. Okay, I don't know how wealthy. Is the house paid off? Is the BMW on lease? You got to tell me. I don't know. You got to fill these little things out for me. I don't know. Personally, if you are, you know what? I don't even know if you need. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have a vintage. Yeah, it'd be nice to have this. Yeah, but you've got 3 beautiful watches. Maybe that's enough. The Cermet, sure, if you can get it, that's okay. But I don't know if you really need a Sea Dweller. And fine, okay, so to answer first thing, if you can get the Cermet, you just grab it. You got to grab it. You got to be, even if you have to borrow money on a credit card, you just do it because it's a beautiful thing to have. The 40mm, I don't think you need it, man. You got 3-piece collection here. Depends how wealthy you are. If you've got money and you want to put it into something, sure, you can buy it. But I reckon, I don't think you need it. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry, that's just what I'm saying. Then your third question, do you need a dress watch? You know what? This is not 1996, it's not the 90s. I'm sorry. I don't think you need a dress watch. You definitely don't. We have casualization of society. To be totally honest with you, those 3 watches you've got, each one of those is sort of a dress watch because they're not really, these are luxury type items. They're not really, I know you could use it for diving and that there. Yeah, of course. But these are more sports watches. They're fashion accessories. So to answer your question, I don't think you need it. If you're not a dress watch person, don't do it. I wouldn't be, you know what? I reckon it's your collection, just divers would be the way to go. What's wrong with that? You love divers. Divers is a great genre to collect. The genre it's a great genre to collect. So in my opinion, I would just stay with divers. I don't think you need a dress watch. You know, I really don't think you need that. I'm being totally honest with you. It's nice just to have diver collection. Otherwise, you could get a GMT. You could add, but I think the beauty in your collection is its compact collection. Divers. Would I get a dress watch? No, I don't think the casualization of society. Most of the time, people aren't even wearing ties. They're not even wearing. They'll wear a suit jacket and a long sleeve shirt. But they're not. You know, it's kind of we've casualized. So I mean, it's nice if you're one of these people who likes. I mean, I love my Patek's. I love my Patek. I mean, they're a tuxedo sort of watch. But the number of times you use them, I mean, how many weddings have I gone to? I don't really have friends, okay? I don't. How many weddings have I gone to? I think I've been in my life probably 10 weddings. I haven't really gone to that many weddings, you know? I mean, I don't really, you know, my personality sort of ends a lot of friendships before that sort of... But I haven't really been to that many weddings, you know? So, I mean, I've been to 3 of them myself when I got married myself. So, you know, I don't think you need a dress. Those watches you've got are dress. They're beautiful. They're luxury items. So just enjoy them. So, I could probably only swing one of the... Look, if that's the case, go for the Summit. Just wait. You don't need anything. You got 3 beautiful watches. You know what? I think less is more. Just enjoy what you got. Spend some lovely time with that beautiful wifey. And that'd be a cooler way to go, man. That's my advice there. That is my advice. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. This is for Jeff. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Remember, I can't survive on the Google ads. I do need these paid reviews to survive. Paid reviews keep me full-time on YouTube. Paid reviews, guys. Look down in the description. Organize one, and I'd be really grateful. Guys, I will see you in the next one. And don't forget Patreon. Patreon will let you pay as little as $1 a month. And it keeps me on the tubes. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one.
All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Patek's came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.